Hello, everybody. I will be doing a ranking of my top 5 favorite Saturday night's main event matches. And make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And here we go. And starting at number 5, we have Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. And this match is on the bottom, not because it was bad, but because I feel like it was a little predictable. And like, I think we all thought that Drew McIntyre was going to beat Sami Zayn, but I still think the match itself was pretty good. I think these two guys have really good chemistry. The match was really nice. But like I said, I think we all knew that Drew McIntyre was going to win. Drew McIntyre is a very dominant, athlete, character, wrestler, and he's just really good. And there's not many people that can beat Drew McIntyre except for maybe one CM Punk. And coming in at number 4 is Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. These guys, I think, have phenomenal chemistry. But the moment that got me was when Braun Breaker jumped up to the top corner and did the Hurricane Rana onto Sheamus, and then right when Sheamus was, or not Sheamus, Braun Breaker was going to get ready for the spear, then all of a sudden Sheamus just gives him the bro kick, and then Braun Breaker falls down, and then he was getting the pinfall, and he was about to, I for a split second thought the title was about to change right there. But I think in those moments, and yeah, Braun Breaker got put his foot on the rope, but in those moments, I love it so much when I thought that Braun Breaker was, going to be the obvious winner because, it's this close to the Royal Rumble. There probably won't be a title change here. But, like, in that moment, I was like, shit, I'm about to be wrong, but I don't care. This match is lit. And then, Braun Breaker put his foot on the rope, and then that was everything. But then another moment I loved about this match is when Sheamus jumped off of the steps, and then Braun Breaker gave him that spear, and then they were just out on the floor, and then oh my gosh, this match was really fun to watch. This I know that this is supposed to be a ranking of my top 5, but to be honest, all 5 of these matches I thought they were great, and this one was just, these guys can fight every single week, and I will tune in every time. These guys are just awesome. And then coming in at number 3, we have Jey Uso versus Gunther. This match, I thought it was awesome. I have, out of all of 3 of their encounters, including the one at WrestleMania, for me personally, I think I actually liked this one the most. But I think that was because at WrestleMania, I had a feeling that Jey Uso was going to win. And in their first encounter, I kind of was just like, I think Gunther was going to win. But when it came to this one, I actually didn't really know. I thought they could go either way. But when it comes to the match itself, that being said, because unlike the other 2 matches where I was like, oh, I think this one's going to win, or I think that one's going to win, this one, I was kind of like, I don't know, but I'm in for the ride. Let's see how it goes. And these guys are pretty good. This one was my favorite match out of all of the trilogy they've had, because for me it was the most, for me personally, unpredictable. But that being said, one of my favorite moments of the match was when Jey Uso, excuse me, when Jey Uso hit him Gunther with that super kick, and then hit him with that one spear where it looked like Jey Uso tripped, and then when Jey Uso climbed on the top rope and did that Uso splash, and then I honestly thought Jey Uso had it right there. I was just like, oh my god, I'm about to see a new world heavyweight champion, and then that didn't happen, unfortunately, because I'm a big Jey Uso fan, and I saw that he didn't get it, and I was like, oh. But that really had me. That really, really had me. And then another moment I loved was the ending of the match when Jey Uso was about to do another spear, and then Gunther caught him, and then did the freaking power bomb, boom, and then just pinned him 1, 2, 3, and then Gunther retained, and I was so disappointed and sad, but it still had me. It was a really, really good match, and I loved it a lot. And then coming in at number 2, we got Gunther versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. This one, maybe for some people, they all maybe figured, like I remember seeing online that a lot of people thought Gunther was going to win. But for me, I was kind of like, honestly, I think Finn Balor could win the world title here. But man, Gunther won the match, but all of these guys were just freaking phenomenal. It was a fast paced match. Me personally, I love a good multi-man match, and this was just paced, close fall after close fall after close fall after close fall, where I was just on the edge of my seat, like, I don't. Oh my God, is Finn Balor gonna win? Oh no, no, no. Oh, is Damian Priest gonna win? Oh my God, no. Oh, is Gunther gonna win? Oh no! And then Gunther obviously won it at the end. But one moment I loved so much was when um, or actually, now that I think about it, I could be wrong on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I can recall, I think this was one of the first moments where Damian Priest actually started doing the old school move and started adding it into his arsenal of wrestling moves. Where he had, he did old school, and that I was like, oh my God, he's pulling an Undertaker here. And then another spot was also at the end when Gunther retained his title, when he did the power bomb to Damian Priest onto the steel steps, and then went in there and then did another power bomb to Finn Balor to retain the title. Gunther personally isn't one of my favorite wrestlers per se, but I would be lying if I were to say that that man cannot wrestle. That dude is pretty good. No, not pretty good. He is really good, and there is a reason that he is the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. And then coming in at first place, we got Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. And just like number 2 between Gunther, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, this one I thought was a good fast paced match with a bunch of close falls. But this one, the reason it puts it at first place is because there was more story behind it. I loved when Cody Rhodes first entered and he had the winged angle belt, because I know that Cody Rhodes was a big fan of that championship. And then, it brought the whole storyline of Kevin Owens saying that he was the real WWE champion when really, he wasn't. But it was cool seeing that again. And then during the match, seeing when they got to the, the announcer table, and then they started using Randy Orton's moves, which, the one slam that Randy Orton does on the table, and then Cody Rhodes doing the RKO. That was sweet. But and a moment I loved was the ending when the chair was brought in, and then Cody Rhodes was about to do the crossroads, and then he did it onto the steel chair. I love the crossroads. I think that's an awesome move. And then doing on the steel chair, he got the victory. And then even the ending of the match, that one kind of caught me by surprise when Kevin Owens kind of injured Cody Rhodes. I was just like, oh shit, he won the match, but like he's still gonna be injured. But both of these guys have had amazing chemistry. I even actually, fun fact, I saw their third match at the Royal Rumble live. I was there in Indianapolis. That event was amazing. I loved it so much. But to this match specifically, it was amazing. I I kind of figured that Cody Rhodes was gonna retain, but I do think that, like, in the back of my mind, I was like, Kevin Owens, though, he maybe has a chance. But yeah, so this match comes in first place. It is my favorite Saturday night's main event match so far as of this recording in May of 2025. Before this upcoming Saturday night's main event, none of the matches are confirmed yet as of this recording, but one that is rumored is John Cena versus R-Truth. That one, even though there's not too much story behind it besides what happened at Backlash, I have a really good feeling that that match is going to break my heart a little bit, but we will see. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching this video and seeing my ranking of my top 5 Saturday night's main event matches. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.